and right of the upper section. So either side, left or right. Seniors are sitting behind me here on the floor. Behind me on the floor. 11th grade's in the middle, behind the reserve signs, so anywhere in the middle. All right, students, as you come in, juniors, you're in the center up top, behind the reserve signs. Sophomores, you're on the left and right in the upper section. Seniors, you're on the floor behind me. Leaving the last row here. All right, guys by the door, just keep moving in, keep moving in, keep moving in. Seniors, you're on the floor behind me. Juniors, you're up here in the center section. Sophomores, you're in the upper left and right. Yeah, behind me here. Any family members that just arrived can sit in the first 3 rows. Seniors, you're on the floor behind the family members. Juniors, you're in the center section. Sophomores, left or right in the upper section. All right, students, continue to make your way in. Seniors, you're on the floor behind the family members. And myself, juniors, you're up in the center section, up top in the center. Sophomores, you're in the left or right of the upper sections. All right, students, continue to make your way in. Seniors, you're on the main floor. Plenty of seats on the far side here. Juniors, you're in the center section, up top. Sophomores, either left or right of the upper sections. Left or right of the upper sections. Plenty of room up there. All right, as you make your way in, seniors, you're on the floor, on the main floor. Juniors, you're in the center section. Any staff members not assigned, there's seats right here by the sound booth for you. Sophomores, either the left side or the upper right side. All right, guys, as you make your way in, seniors, you're down here on the floor. Sorry about that. Juniors, you're in the center section up top. Sophomores, you are on the left and right side of the top section. Any faculty or staff that aren't assigned can sit up here by the sound booth on the left or right. All right, as you guys come in, seniors are on the floor. Juniors in the center section, plenty of room up there. Sophomores, plenty of room on the left and the right of the upper section.
Good morning, and welcome everyone to our homecoming court presentation. Parents, welcome to our homecoming week. And I want to get started, but before we get started, let me open us up in a word of prayer. Father God, we are so thankful for the opportunity and the blessing that you have given to each person here, each family that's represented, to be in a community where we can fellowship and serve you, God. I pray that today we would just honor and celebrate you as we recognize these students who have been honored as part of our homecoming court. God, I pray that we glorify you with all that we do and that we seek your will in our lives. I pray blessings on all of the students and families who are here today, and Lord, I pray that they would seek you in all things. In your name I pray, amen. It is my distinct privilege to introduce to you the 8 young ladies and 8 young men who make up the 2021-2022 homecoming court and their escorts. Each candidate is a senior and has been nominated by the members of their class. Each student in grades 9 through 12 will vote for his or her choice for homecoming king and queen today during third period. The king and queen will be crowned at the end of the homecoming football game on Friday night. I would ask that you greet each member of the homecoming court and their escort enthusiastically, but with respect. Then give your quiet attention while we watch their video presentation. Without further ado, I introduce to you the first member of the 2021 homecoming court, Miss Gabriela Cristina Bueno. Gabby is the daughter of Tomas and Marla Bueno of Wellington. She is 17 years of age and has attended the King's Academy for 7 years. Gabriela is escorted this morning by Mr. Elias Damian Machado. Elias is the son of Emilio and Jaime Machado of West Palm Beach. Gabby has served as a student council officer for 3 years, global ambassador for 4 years, and global ambassador chair for 2 years. She has been a member of the National Honor Society for 3 years, serving as vice president for 2 of those years. National Technical Honor Society for 2 years, serving as vice president for a year. And the National English Honor Society for 2 years. Gabby has been a member of Future Business Leaders of America for 3 years, STEM Club for a year, and Diversity Student Union for 2 years, serving as secretary for a year. She has also been a member of Key Club for 4 years, serving as vice president for a year. Gabby played on the girls' varsity bowling team for 3 years and was the team captain for 2 years. She also was on the varsity basketball cheer squad. She is currently serving as the Unity prefect.
Hey friends, it's Gabby, or as some of you may know me, Gib, Goober, or Gabby Good. And next to me is E. Thanks E for being my escort and bestie since 7th grade. Fun fact, I was his ambassador. But moving on, I just want to start this off by saying that writing this speech is probably the most difficult assignment I've ever been handed in all my 7 years at King's, and it isn't even for a grade. And being first is extremely nerve-wracking, so thank you for at least pretending to listen. Although some of you may only be here to see the pretty dresses or see if anyone falls down the stairs, just tune in for about 45 seconds for some quick advice that I promise will help you get through these next few years. 1, avoid the upstairs 208 bathroom. It's freezing. 2, know your online printer login and how to print from class so you don't get a tardy when you forget to print your assignment. I'm definitely not speaking from experience here. 3, Sage Dining chocolate milk isn't all that bad. It's all I had sophomore year and I have no regrets about it. 4, parking in the back of the parking lot is overrated. Even though I'm completely guilty of this, it is like running a marathon every time you go to your car. 5, find your people, whether it be friends, teachers, or even admin. They truly do help. On that note, I'll quickly cover the shoutouts, starting with the teachers. Miss Martin, Coach Lee, Coach Allen, Miss Smythe, Miss Sorrento, Miss Kohler, and the Barts. Words can't describe the amazing impact you've had on my life. I'll make the rest of the shoutouts super quick. Mom and Dad, thank you for everything you do for us, and I love you always. Tommy and Isa, we are a dream team. Love you both. To my German sister, Noemi, thanks for all your stories and for being an awesome international sister. Grandparents, cousins, friends, and classmates, you're all so special and thank you for everything. Most importantly, I'd like to thank Jesus for all his blessings and for being so faithful always. Moving on, I'd like to thank this amazing school. While we all complain about the little things like soggy pizza or the occasional flooding, I think we can all agree that TKA really is a great place to be. While you're here, make sure to do something out of your comfort zone, whether it be trying out for a sport or taking a class you typically wouldn't take. These unexpected things make for the best memories. A prime example of this would hands down be the bowling team. No matter what people say about us, we really are the best team on campus. No, but really, the memories you'll make at TKA will truly last a lifetime. Lastly, I'd like to share this verse with you. Deuteronomy 31:6. Be strong and courageous. Do not be afraid or terrified because of them. For the Lord your God goes with you. He will never leave you nor forsake you. Thank you all for listening. Now I'll leave you to watch 15 more of these videos. I'll see you after Sados.
I present to you again Miss Gabriela Bueno. The second member of the 2021 Homecoming Court that I would like to introduce to you this morning is Miss Maya Ann Marie Cooke. Maya is the daughter of Alan and Kathy Cooke of Wellington. She is 17 years of age and has attended the King's Academy for 13 years. Maya is escorted this morning by Max Michael McClymans. Max is the son of Josh and Amanda McClymans of Palm Beach Gardens. Maya has played on the varsity softball team for 3 years and the varsity golf team for 2 years. She has been an active member of Future Business Leaders of America for 3 years and has served in Key Club for 2 years as well.
Hi guys, my name is Maya Cooke. Or if you had a class with me, you would hear that it's Maya, not Mia. Well, for most of you that don't know me, I've been at the King's Academy for almost 13 years. Luckily, I'm in the front of the list, so maybe you'll pay attention. I have to answer a list of questions, but I think the most important one is my favorite memories. I've made so many memories here with friends that I can't recall on a favorite one. I think all of my favorite small memories come from my classes. From the time Christian stunk up the room in Mr. O'Brien's class to Mrs. Stacks getting to know you and Santi giving the most ridiculous answers. Speaking of teachers, that brings me to my favorite thing about TKA. Every teacher I've had holds such a special place in my heart because they do more than just teach you. Shout out to Mrs. Mapes because I never would have thought I would come to your class over Coach Lee's. Sorry, Coach Lee. Shout out to Mrs. Stack for keeping Allie and I's precious rocks from your stack strolls. And shout out to Mama Kay for being the best therapist. To me, being on homecoming court means I've done my job of making a positive impact on the majority of the grade. I know not everyone voted for me, but the fact I'm on here means I've made a good amount of people smile while I've been here. If I had to give advice to the younger classmen, I would tell the boys to have the correct uniform in Mrs. Stack's class and the girls to bring a jacket to the upstairs bathroom. On a serious note, I will tell everyone to stop worrying about what other people think. As much as it's easier to say than do, I know the feeling. Some of you may know at one point I had to get surgery because I was missing teeth and wished for a nose job for the longest time. But now I realize I wasted so much time worrying about what I looked like instead of just being myself. God made all of us in His image with no mistakes. Overall, just accept who you are and be yourself because in the end, no one cares. Maybe your brother. Now, some shout-outs and funny pictures. If I don't know you, I'm sorry this won't be fun for you, but I went years listening to these videos, so you can too. First of all, shout out to my family. Dad, you are the freshest guy on the block, and you can pull those dad jokes out like no other. I'm so thankful for everything you do for me. Secondly, my mom. I think this is where a lot of my goofiness comes from because you sure know how to put a smile on anyone's face, and you are just full of love and so much joy. Lastly, AJ. I wouldn't have been in the position I am today if it wasn't for you. You can be a jerk at times, but I pretty much tortured you when I was little, so I can't be mad. Yo, based? All right, to my friends, starting off with that 7th grade lunch table. You know who you are, and I don't think my personality would be this weird if it wasn't for you guys. What a time. Also, shout out to Chair, Kai, Laura, Hafty, Tindy, Zanisha, and Bree, because you guys deserve the mention. Maya and Annabelle, thank you for being great friends and pointing out my lazy eye. Olivia, thank you for teaching me how to be patient with Stacy and Anthony. Maddie and Ethan, you're on the fence. Shout out to my Cold Stone buddy for your serious girl issues. Shout out to Corn, Yvette, and Gianni for coming. Probably just Corn and Yvette because Gianni spends way too much time in the gym. To the kids standing next to me, Max. I never in a million years would have thought we would be as good as friends as we are now. You flat out are annoying, but I'm glad you're one of my best friends. Also, AJ says, what's up, my bro? To my fork knife partner and Borlaug's criminal, Ricky. You've done so much for me as a person and are as sweet as can be, and I'm so glad to have you as one of my best friends. Finally, to the girl I've known since I was 5, Allie. We've been best friends for as long as I can remember, until 7th grade, but we don't have to talk about that. And I know our little angel Alex is watching us right now, laughing at every moment we shared. I'm so thankful to call you a best friend, and I can't wait for our first family trip where we force our kids to become best friends. And to those that were not mentioned, I'm thankful for all of you that I will be able to call a memory with and laugh about later down the road in life. I seriously have wished to become a senior for so long, and now I'm afraid to leave. Well, I think that's everything. Thanks, TK.
I present to you again Miss Maya Ann Marie Cooke. The third member of the homecoming court is Miss Olivia Summer Higgins. Olivia is the daughter of Timothy and Catherine Higgins of Atlantis. She is 17 years of age and has attended the King's Academy for 14 years. Olivia is escorted this morning by Mr. Stephen Andrew Scroggins. Stephen is the son of Dr. Jimmy Scroggins and Kristen Scroggins of Royal Palm Beach. Olivia has played varsity volleyball for 3 years and has been singing and dancing in TKA shows her whole high school career. She is a member of the Key Club and Group 316. Olivia is a member of the National Honor Society, National English Honor Society, Tri-M Music Honor Society, and National Honor Society for Dance Arts, where she has served as a secretary. She is currently serving as an ambassador chair and the conservatory prefect.
What is up, you guys? My name is Olivia Higgins, and if you don't know me, you may know one of my other 6 relatives that either work here or go to school here. But anyways, I wanted to start off my speech by saying a huge thank you to my senior class for voting me on court. It's such an honor, and I'm so thankful for every one of you. Now, I thought I would share some advice, because when you've been going to the same school for 14 years, you tend to learn a lot. My first piece of advice is to lean on God for everything, because He has completely transformed my life, and I know He can do the same for you. Next, get involved in everything you can, because it will always give you something to do and new people to meet. And finally, don't waste your time on people who don't appreciate how amazing you are. This is a lesson that I'm still learning, but it's so important to know that not everyone is going to like you. But it is important to surround yourself with people who do like you and who lift you up rather than bring you down. So with that being said, I thought it was only right to share some of those people in my life with you guys. My first shout out goes to my best friends since junior kindergarten. Cami, Margot, and Ella. Thanks for being such a huge part of my life since I was so young. And of course, shout out to Olivia Ottmer. Although you joined our friend group in 7th grade, I honestly don't remember it without you. Next, Sydney and Abby. Even though I became close with you guys just a few years ago, I seriously don't know what I would do without you two always being there for me and making these past few years the best yet. Also, shout out to my queens, Lily, Grace, and Allie, and all of my prefects. You guys are the best. Next shout out goes to my fave boys, Jack, Preston, Chris, Jimmy, and Trevor. And by the way, Trevor, I'm still waiting to hear that song you wrote about me 2 years ago, so just whenever you're ready. The last boy I want to shout out is my escort, Steven. You are truly one of the sweetest people I know, and I'm so thankful for you and our friendship. My next shout out goes to Juliana, Izzy, and my Sarah Bear. You guys have made dance so fun, and I will never forget our rap battles and Red Bull runs. Also, shout out to all of my other dance girls and Guy. I love you all so much. Now for the teachers. Shout out to Prof, Mrs. P, Mr. Rains, Mr. Master, Mrs. Cand, Mrs. Kolar, Mr. Stewart, and shout out to Mrs. Bass, aka my cousin Emily, who I never actually had as a teacher, but I already know is one of the best. And last but certainly not least, shout out to Mrs. Higgins. I mean, not to be biased or anything, but she's definitely the best teacher. But for real, shout out to my mom for being my literal twin and the funniest person I know. Also, shout out to anyone who has ever said that I look or act like my mom, because it is the best compliment I could ever receive. Next, shout out to my dad, or my king, for giving me everything I could ever want and more, and for being my biggest supporter. I love you guys the most. And finally, shout out to my best friend and biggest role model, my sister Sophia, or as I call her, my Giz, who is truly the most genuine and likable person I know. The last thing I want to share about my sister Sophia is that she was the homecoming queen 3 years ago, and I don't know about you guys, but I don't think there's ever been a pair of sisters to both win homecoming queen at King's. So if you want to be a part of making TKA history, you know what to do. Well, that's all I have for you guys today. Thanks so much for listening to another homecoming speech, and I hope you have a great day, TKA.
I present to you again Miss Olivia Summer Higgins. The fourth member of the homecoming court is Miss Antoinette Susan Maytag. Annie is the daughter of EJ and Margot Maytag Jupiter. She is 17 years of age and has attended the King's Academy for 4 years. Annie is escorted this morning by Mr. Ethan Christopher Rapp. Ethan is the son of Christopher and Susan Rapp of Lake Worth. During her years at TKA, Annie has been a lead role in over 5 main stage productions in the Smith Family Conservatory of the Arts and is the TKA Jazz Band vocalist. She is a member of Tri-M Music Honor Society, where she currently serves as president.
Hey TKA, my name is Annie Maytag, and I just want to start off by giving a huge shout out to my senior class for nominating me on the court this year. These last 4 years at TKA have had a major impact on my life, and none of this would be possible without each and every one of you. And though I am especially thankful to my seniors, my time at King's would not have been what it was without all of you underclassmen as well. For those of you who don't know me personally, you might recognize me from singing with the jazz band in an obnoxiously sparkly dress, or wearing a giant gown in one of King's theater productions. Spending time with my conservatory family has been a highlight of my high school experience. Whether it was struggling through 9 to 9s or rushing to Chipotle on our lunch break, the people in the shows have made it all worthwhile. A quick shout out to Michaela, Emmy, Maddie, Riley, Sydney, Zeb, Skylar, Christina, Lily, Michael, and every single Olivia who's ever stepped on the King's Academy stage. I'm sorry guys, I'll make sure to get my lines memorized earlier than the day before the show. I also want to give a huge thanks to each and every single member of the TKA Jazz Band. You all have become like a second family to me and hold such a dear place in my heart. And a special thank you to my band, aka Annie and the Tots. You guys always know how to make me laugh and are so incredibly talented. A special shout out to Mr. Lowe for your constant encouragement and dedication. And to Sweet Hadia, Ashton, Alex, and my escort, Ethan. You all are such important people in my life, and I cannot wait to see what's in store for the Tots. Alright, enough about music, time to give you all some real advice, because that's what's supposed to be the whole point of the speech. My advice to the underclassmen is to get involved in whatever you can, even if you're unsure about it. Join a sports team, try out for that play, join Key Club, shout out to Mrs. Martin, or even become a band kid. Trust me, you will not regret it. Don't let any fears or anxiety keep you from doing what you want to do. Believe it or not, I was actually a JV soccer player once upon a time. No big deal. Basically, what I'm trying to say is, do not let your fears hold you back from trying something new. I had such an amazing time making new friends on the field and even cheering on our school's basketball team. It may seem stupid, but at the end of the day, nothing can compare to the amazing friendships that you can form here at TKA just by stepping out of your comfort zone. Speaking of friendships, thanks to King's, I have been able to meet some of my best friends in the entire world. Shout out to Gabby for always bringing joy everywhere she goes. Sarah, who knows how to keep things real. John, for always knowing how to put a smile on my face. McKenna, my best friend and emotional support dog since pre-K 4. Reese, for being my #1 supporter and keeping me sane through the craziness of high school. And Mr. Ethan Christopher Rapp, my lovely escort who is also my partner in crime. Thanks for always sharing the stage with me, Ethan. I couldn't imagine being here with anyone else. I also want to give a special shout out to my family. To my best friend since birth, my mom. She is the reason I am standing up here today, and I am beyond grateful for her endless love and support. My Grammy and Poppy, for always cheering me on. My dad, for doing his best to understand all of this crazy music stuff. And of course, my brother, Eddie, and little sister, Rosie. I know all of these speeches can get boring after a while, but I just want you all to take one important thing away from this speech. We are beyond blessed to attend a school where we are encouraged to uplift one another and live our lives in Christ's image. That's something very hard to find nowadays. Shout out to everyone in Mr. Stu's 7th period. Do not take your high school years for granted. Sure, you may get written up every now and then for not wearing a polo under your jacket or rolling your skirts or shorts, but at the end of the day, nothing can beat the inseparable bonds you will form with the amazing students and teachers at this school. Thank you so much for your time. I love you all, and go Lions.
I present to you again Miss Antoinette Suzanne Maytag. The 5th member of the homecoming court is Miss Margot Suzanne McFadden. Margot is the daughter of Kyle and Kelly McFadden of Palm Beach Gardens. She is 18 years of age and has attended the King's Academy for 14 years. Margot is escorted this morning by Mr. Preston Christopher Martin. Preston is the son of Christopher and Kim Martin of Ontario, Canada. Margot has played varsity basketball 6 years, serving as captain, varsity softball, varsity cross country, and varsity bowling. She has been a member of the National Honor Society and National Math Honor Society for 4 years and has been an active member of Future Business Leaders of America for 2 years as well. Margot has been in Key Club for 4 years, serving as one of the editors and vice president a year. She has served as a TK ambassador and global ambassador her whole high school career and is currently serving as athletic prefect.
Hey guys, you might know me as Margot, or Margot, but my name is actually Margot. First, I want to start off by thanking the most important thing in my life, coffee. Just kidding, but not really. Special shout out to my favorite coffee addicts, Lorelai Gilmore. But in all seriousness, thank you so much to my amazing parents for sacrificing so much for me to be able to attend this amazing school. You guys are my rock and I love you so much. And to the best grandparents ever, thanks for being my #1 fans through everything. To my senior class, thank you for voting me onto homecoming court and for all the amazing memories I've made with you all since JK. And special shout out to my prefect friends, especially Townsend, who wrote me the sweetest love song in the 5th grade about how my eyes were as blue as the ocean, even though my eyes aren't blue. Everything I am today and ever will be is because my relationship with the Lord and the path He has put me on. Thank you, God, for giving me so much, and especially thank you for taking care of our angel Alex these past 8 years. So as many of you know, I have 2 siblings. Julia, she's the perfect one. Thanks for being the world's most amazing big sister and being an angel student, so all the teachers had the world's most highest expectations for me as the little sister. I love you so much, and I wouldn't be who I am if I didn't have you by my side each day. I hope I can live up to your legacy at FSU one day. And then there's Hogan, who got kicked out of public speaking with Miss Best for giving a speech about how bees are disappearing because of the Illuminati. You really made the last name McFadden mean something special here at TKA. But don't worry, I still love you. Also, go check out the Palm Locals on Instagram to see how far Hogan has come since his high school days. And of course, I can't forget about my furry friends Charlie and Penny. Thanks for all the cuddles. To the basketball team, thanks so much for blowing up the group chat every second of the day. And for the softball girls, I can't wait for all our dugout dance parties. Maddie, Abby, Grace, and Sophie, thanks for always being there to pick me up and never failing to make me smile. To my OG besties, Ella, Higgins, Cammie, and our Tennessee girl, Julie, I love you all to pieces, and I'm so lucky that God placed you in my life. To my 2 partners in crime, Olivia and JoJo, thanks for being there through it all and never failing to make me die laughing. I love you both beyond words could describe. And Lily, I hope you're not still crippled. Now, being here at TKA for 14 years has taught me a few things. First, become BFFs with the First Lady, aka Mrs. Martin. She's the best. Thanks for making me feel tall. Second, get to know the exchange students. They're pretty awesome, especially the handsome supermodel standing right next to me. But in all seriousness, Preston, I'm so lucky to have you in my life. You make me so happy, and I can't wait to see what the future has in store for us. I love you. Also, shout out to Trevor for being the coolest best friend / third wheel. Oh, and Will Pritchard or Ed Sheeran, whichever you prefer, looks like I won yet again. Third, don't take a single day for granted at TKA. I just wanted to thank Kings and all my amazing teachers for the past 14 years because they are giving us so much more than we could ever understand. And I know I will miss it so much next year. And lastly, always have a snack with you and never tell anyone that you have a snack. Now, whether I bored you or entertained you for the last 3 minutes, listen to this. My name is Margot McFadden, and the lunch special for today is tacos, but I'll be at Sato's.
I present to you again Miss Margot McFadden. The 6th member of the homecoming court is Miss Olivia Ottmer. Olivia is the daughter of Richard and Deanna Ottmer of West Palm Beach. She is 18 years of age and has attended the King's Academy for 6 years. Olivia is escorted this morning by Mr. Jack Robert Thomas. Jack is the son of Daniel and Lisa Thomas of West Palm Beach. Olivia has been on the varsity volleyball team for 6 years. She is a member of the National Honor Society, National Math Honor Society, and Key Club. Olivia has served as a TKA ambassador and global ambassador her whole high school career and is currently serving as an athletic prefect.
Hey TKA, it's Olivia Ottmer here. I wanted to start off by thanking the senior class for voting me on to this year's homecoming court. These past 6 years at TKA have been very enjoyable. I've made some of my favorite memories and learned many life lessons. Today, I'm going to share with you 5 pieces of advice as you continue your high school years. As you know, TKA is a school dedicated to excellence, which is one of my favorite things about this school and brings me to my first piece of advice. Take every opportunity that is given to you. We are so privileged to go to such an amazing school. I wish I would have taken advantage of more of those opportunities. Whether that is to participate in the conservatory, join the STEM program, or play a sport, just do it. But in my personal opinion, if you can only choose one, play a sport. I've been honored to play in the volleyball program every year I've been here, and it has been one of the best decisions I've ever made. My favorite memory at TKA was beating Oxbridge in a 5-set match sophomore year and the whole crowd flooded the court. Oh yeah, and if you play a sport, that means you have to beat Oxbridge. It's a non-negotiable. Not only have I made my favorite memories, I've also made some of my best friends. McKenna, Lily, Sarah, and JoJo, thank you for making this season so much fun. And shout out to Ed Sheeran, Will Pritchard, for being the best QB1 and always showing up to the games. My second piece of advice is to remember nothing is as big of a deal as you think it is. I promise you will never remember the math quiz you bombed or the bad hair day you had. Everyone is worried about themselves and are probably insecure about the same things you're worried about. So be yourself. I promise that you'll enjoy your life so much more. My third piece of advice is to ask for help. If you didn't realize already, life's hard. Between school, friends, and sports, you'll struggle. I'm so grateful for my family who have helped me along the way. Dad, you're a literal goat. Thank you for being my best friend through everything. I don't know what I would do without you. Mom, thank you for all you sacrificed for me to live this wonderful life. Logan, thank you for setting the bar so high in literally everything. I'm pushed to be my best just so I can keep up with you. TKA is also filled with so many wonderful people who care about you and want the best for you. Don't be afraid to be vulnerable and honest with your teachers because they want to be there for you. I personally have been blessed by so many teachers, including Mr. Masson, Mrs. Martin, Mrs. Maples, Prof, Coach Letty, Coach Furtado, Queen Stack, and Mrs. Sherman. I'm so grateful for all of you, and I hope you know the impact you've made on my life. I love you all so much. My fourth piece of advice is to have true friends in and outside the TKA bubble. Having friends outside the TKA bubble is so helpful and can be a nice breath of fresh air. I'm blessed to say I have so many true friends. So as you would have guessed, it's time for more shoutouts. Caroline and Paris, you both are like sisters to me. And even though you guys don't go to King's, despite Paris going to every King's function, I know it would have been impossible to survive high school without you. To my spirit sister Margot, thank you for being up for any adventure and wearing the matching sparkly purple backpack with me. I wouldn't want to shoot hot dogs out of a t-shirt gun with anyone else. Olivia Higgins, you are the sweetest soul and brightest light in my life. Caminella, thanks for all the laughs you've given me over the years. And you're welcome, Cami, for getting me that job at Lola Chic. Shout out to the guys of the group, Trevor, Jack, Steven, and of course my favorite international student, Preston. I'm so happy that we're all friends. I know Jack is looking pretty snazzy right now. I'm just hoping your muscles don't feel too tight in that suit. Thanks for escorting me today. Shout out to the best prefects Kings has ever seen. Also, shout out to the hottest man on earth, Zac Efron. Can't wait to marry you. Oh yeah, and J-Bay, I guess you're pretty cool too. Finally, my last piece of advice is to have faith. I know I will probably never get the chance to speak to the student body like this again, so I wanted to take the opportunity to let you know that God loves you and has a plan. No matter what you are going through, God is bigger. No matter what you're worried about, God's gonna be there for you and you're in His hands. Lean on Him and have faith. Thanks for listening to me for the past 3 minutes. I hope you learned something. Have a great day, TKA.
I present to you again Miss Olivia Ottmer. The 7th and 8th members of the homecoming court being presented this morning are Miss Mia Athena Rodriguez and Mr. John Harrison Walton. Mia is the daughter of Daniel and Martha Rodriguez of Lakewood. She is 17 years of age and has attended the King's Academy for 10 years. Mia has been on the varsity cross country and varsity track teams for 7 years and a 3-time state and national medalist. She also played varsity soccer for 2 years. Mia has served on student council for 3 years and as a TKA ambassador for 4 years. She is currently serving as ambassador chair. Mia is escorted this morning by Mr. John Harrison Walter. Jack is the son of Jim and Hope Walter of West Palm Beach. He is 17 years of age and has attended the King's Academy for 13 years. Jack has played on the varsity football team for 4 years. He is a part of both the engineering and aviation programs of distinction. He is also a member of the Hype Sports Marketing Club and served in the digital arts program for 4 years. Jack has been a TKA ambassador for 5 years and a global ambassador for 2 years. He is currently serving on student council and is a service prefect.
Hey guys, it's Mia, yes, the girl that actually enjoys running. They asked me to sum up everything in 3 minutes, and if you've ever met me, that's almost impossible, so bear with me. Okay, so my favorite thing about King's is definitely the Sage Dining's gluten-free brownies. I think I've asked for them so many times, they've assumed I'm on the gluten-free list. Oops. Mr. Sage, if you're seeing this, please don't take me off the list. In all seriousness though, my favorite thing is definitely the people, including the teachers, guys. I promise they're super cool if you become besties with them. Shout out to Mr. Maston, Mrs. Furtado, and Hammy or Hammeram, and Ham and Cheese Sandwich, and Mrs. Kolar, of course. My favorite TKA memory just might have to be the Juice WRLD Memorial in the hallway, or the killer comedy show at prom starring Candace. One thing I would tell the underclassmen is YOLO, but like actually, step out of your comfort zone. This is coming from the girl who used to go to the school nurse 3 times a day in 3rd grade just so I could get home. I actually told her I had a bug inside my knee once, guys. But being myself was the best decision I made in high school. Okay, now everyone's favorite part, but only if you actually get shouted out. First of all, shout out to the super swag kid standing next to me, who was the only other kid that was too afraid to go to the lighthouse with me in 4th grade. We did eventually get up there, guys, not by choice. Next is the big man upstairs because I owe everything to him. Then of course the fam, my number 1, 2, 3, and 4 supporters. You guys get to guess the order. I love you guys. Thank you guys for everything you do for me. Now my teammates, from breaking the smoke alarm at States to getting an hour-long timeout at Universal for getting caught sneaking out just to pop Avery's blood blister, the best memories I have are with you guys, and I couldn't imagine having another team. I love you guys! Okay, now, the only girls who are maybe just as weird and crazy as me, Bree and Cloballs. I love you guys, kinda, yes. Lastly, to the love of my life. I mean, would this really be a speech about me if I didn't talk about Matt? I love you so much, Crazy. Thank you for being an absolute best and all that you do for me. I can't wait to see all that God has in store for our future. Now my super quick shout outs. Mia Jr. because she's me but a junior. Higgles Piggles because she flies planes. My cup holders, Max and Jack. The Stings, Alex and Jack again. My crazy weight training girls, especially Coach Smitty, even though she won't let me play Gucci flip-flops. Of course, gotta shout out my dog, but no, literally, my dog. Love you, peeps. And then all of you guys because I love you so much. Peace out, loves. Mwah!
Hey everybody, I'm Jack Walker, and yes, my real name is John. It's truly an honor to be chosen for homecoming court. I've attended the King's Academy for 13 years, and if you're like me, that means by the time we graduate, we've spent roughly 18,720 hours here at TKA. Crazy, right? Advice to underclassmen. I've had senioritis since 5th grade, but the most impactful thing I've learned here at TKA is to enjoy the little things. The simple moments we have with our friends, teammates, and even teachers can greatly impact the way we look back on our high school days. It goes by so fast, so make the best out of everything. And now for everyone's favorite parts, the shout-outs. First to my mom and dad, who have sacrificed so much to allow me to attend this great school for so many years. I don't think I can ever repay them for the amazing experiences they have allowed me to have. And to the rest of the family, thank you for always supporting me and always being interested in whatever I'm doing. Next to the amazing girl standing next to me, Mia, from the time we were both afraid to climb the lighthouse in 4th grade, all the way to now, I'm so glad that I can say we're friends. I know you do great things as a D1 track star. Next, the football team. You boys are my second family. There's no other group I'd rather suffer through FCA and fall camp with. Thank you to the entire coaching staff for making us better on and off the field. To the linemen, you guys are the toughest boys on campus and most selfless players on the field. If you don't believe me, meet us at the war boards. To the prefects, you're truly some of the most inspiring people on campus, and I'm truly honored to say I'm a part of your council. I'll never forget the incredible prefect retreat and all the great times we had there. And Townsend, don't worry, no one's watching you. To the Bible Boy Scouts, Steven, Jackson, Nick, Will, Dash, Kyle, Pace, Bernie, Chris, Matt, Logan, Coach Ryan, and Scoutmaster Drew. You have made me a better man and will help me through anything. I'm proud to say I'm a scout. To the pilots on campus, we're obviously the coolest people here because, well, we can fly planes. To the homecoming court and escorts, I'm so proud to stand here next to you. I'm sure you all look great, but who am I to assume? Ryan Cavanaugh, you're one of my best friends, and maybe one day, when you're a famous movie director, I could be your pilot. Just throwing that out there. Alex, go Bruins. To the lunch table, Ryan, Christina, Riley, Sydney, and Michaela, you guys are awesome. Sugar Bear, if you ever lose a ride, you can come and get food with me on half days. Townsend, I'm not sure how you get hurt on almost everything, but you've been a brother since we were like 6. Max and Christian, I don't know how you do it, but you seem to find a way to make every situation fun, something I greatly appreciate. There's so many people I need to shout out, but I have a time limit. Thank you to everyone who said hey in the halls or has been one of my friends over the years. You make waking up way too early every day worth it. Well, that's all I got. Now I'm ready for Say-Dos.
I present to you again Ms. Mia Athena Rodriguez and John Harrison Walter. The 9th member of the homecoming court being presented this morning is Ms. Graciela Maria Tol. Grace is the daughter of Michael and Alicia Tol of Jupiter. She is 17 years of age and has attended the King's Academy for 4 years. Grace is escorted this morning by Mr. Daniel James Simon. Danny is the son of Mike and Diane Simon of Palm Beach Gardens. Grace played volleyball in 9th and 10th grade. She also was on the varsity track and field team for 3 years. Grace is a member of the National Art Honor Society.
Hi guys! You may know me as your local germaphobe, but I actually am more than that. This is my 4th year at King's Academy, and I've made great relationships with both students and teachers. First, I want to talk about the teachers. If you guys are lucky enough to have Miss Maples, Dr. Gutierrez, Miss Johnston, Professor Kearns, Miss Hodges, and Coach Lee, don't worry, I didn't forget about you. Please don't take them for granted. They have made my high school years here amazing, and I am so lucky to have been able to form relationships with them. Professor Kearns and Miss Maples, please don't forget about me when I leave for New York. Also, Professor Kearns, I know you're not going to be here, but I hope you know how much I'm going to miss you. Although I'm going to miss TKA, I am so excited to graduate and no longer experience this horrible, horrible weather, and continue my love for learning about psychology and law. Now on to the fun stuff. Track and field team, thanks for making the end of the year so special and making it some of my favorite high school memories. Sydney and Allie, thank you for spending so much time with me at the meets. They really were dreadful, but you guys made it fun. Sydney, Reagan, the 2 Allies, Margot, Livin, Abby, McKenna, Olivia Higley, Kirsten, Amanda, and the rest of my peoples, thank you guys for being a part of my life and for shaping me into the person I am. Although I'm so thankful for you guys, I specifically want to talk about Allie and Reagan. Allie, thank you for being my best friend for so long, and thank you for being you. I really don't know how you haven't gotten sick of me yet. It's been almost 16 years now. Seriously, how have you not gotten sick of me yet? You are my favorite person, and I appreciate you so much, Allie. Reagan, we've been together since the 3rd grade, and we're still BFFs. I'm so grateful for that. Danny, the person I've known since kindergarten, and who is also my amazing and handsome escort, thank you for being you and for being one of my BFFs. You better not forget about me when I leave for New York. You are amazing, and I love you. I also want to send the biggest thanks to my amazing family. Love you guys more than anything. Secretly, I'm really hoping my brother MJ can make it here for homecoming night, but don't tell him. Underclassmen, please don't be afraid to be yourself. Don't let people's opinions change yours. Be yourself always. That's what I did. Lastly, I want to thank my senior class so much for choosing me to be a part of homecoming court. You guys have been a great class, and I'm so happy to be a part of it. Go Lions and support your local germaphobe and vote for me.
I present to you again Ms. Graciela Maria Tol. The 10th member of the homecoming court that I would like to introduce to you this morning is Mr. Ryan Patrick Cavanaugh. Ryan is the son of Brendan and Shay Cavanaugh of Boynton Beach. He is 17 years of age and has attended the King's Academy for 4 years. Ryan is escorted this morning by Miss Christina Marie LaHood. Christina is the daughter of Dr. Luis LaHood and Eleonora LaHood of Palm Beach Gardens. Ryan has been in the Digital Media Arts program for 4 years and is currently president of the Digital Media Arts Club. He also co-directed TK Studio 70's first feature film. He has been a member of Key Club for 4 years and is currently serving as president. Ryan is a member of the National Honor Society, National Science Honor Society, and Math National Honor Society for 4 years. He has been a member of National Social Studies Honor Society for 3 years, Tri-M Music Honor Society for 2 years, and Spanish National Honor Society for a year. Ryan is in his second year serving on the Student Council and is currently senior class president. He is also a spiritual life prefect.
Hey everyone, I'm Ryan Cavanaugh, and it is such an honor to be on homecoming court. You know, there's so many people to thank, but I want to start by thanking the beautiful girl standing next to me, Christina, who rejected me in 10th grade and 11th grade, but we'll see how 12th grade goes. But thank you, Christina, for always being someone I can watch the TV show Friends with, which is kind of ironic, but a fitting title for us. I'm only joking, of course. I'm so thankful to have you in my life, Christina. You always make me smile, and there's no one I'd rather have right next to me right now. So thank you. I also want to thank my top encouragers, my mom and my dad. They support me in every one of my endeavors and always care for me, so thank you guys. I love you. Mr. Parenti, I am so thankful to have gotten to know you these past few years. You've always lifted me up and helped me through hard times, and you've helped me grow my relationship with the Lord and grow my passion for filmmaking. So thank you, even if it's less personal with you standing behind the camera. Mrs. Martin, you've always been there since my first day at King's, and you've been my #1 supporter on this campus. Thank you for pushing me out of my shell and encouraging me in everything. There was actually one time that Mrs. Martin tried to help me out by finding someone to set me up with. Unfortunately, she was unsuccessful, but at least she only asked, like, every girl in my grade, so no embarrassment there. I'm only joking, of course, but I bring up these stories of Mrs. Martin miserably failing to set me up or me being rejected to remind you all that the fear of rejection will hold you back. And I don't just mean the fear of being rejected by the girl or guy you like. I mean fearing not being accepted by your classmates and the people around you. When I came to King's, I was the quiet kid who kept to myself. And it wasn't until I was pushed out of my shell and let go of my fear of rejection that I got to know the amazing people around me. If I hadn't reached out, I would have never known my closest friends, Townsend, Mason, Jack, Josh, Ethan, my lunch table, Riley, Sydney, and Christina, and so many more. I love you guys, and I'm so thankful to have met all of you. So for those of you sitting there listening to this speech, don't fear rejection. Reach out to the people around you. You never know who you're gonna meet, whose lives you're gonna change, and who's gonna change your life. Thank you guys. And also, here's my phone number on the screen now. It's gotta work better than the smartphone.
I present to you again Mr. Ryan Patrick Cavanaugh. The 11th member of the homecoming court being presented this morning is Mr. Christian Edward Crochetti. Christian is the son of Eddie and Bunny Crochetti of Boynton Beach. He is 17 years of age and has attended the King's Academy for 13 years. Christian is escorted this morning by Miss Juliana Mary Monroe. Juliana is the daughter of Mark and Patricia Monroe of Wellington. Christian was on the Fountain of Youth crew as an intern. He is also part of the fishing club.
Hello, TK. I want to say thank you for voting me on homecoming court. It's an honor being at King's for the last 13 years. It's definitely been draining. Almost feels weird it's going to end soon here. I would like to say that my favorite TK memory was probably the DC trip, as it was such an amazing thing that I never dreamed of doing in 6th grade. As well as Rock the Universe, it will always be up there for some of the most fun I've had here. I want to start this off by thanking my family and the sacrifice that they make to allow me to go to this school. My mother, Bunny, the receptionist. You probably all know that I wouldn't be here where I am if it wasn't for her guidance, as well as my dad, who's been a big influence in my life and a big role model. Thank you. To my grandma for always making me smile and being more than I could ever ask for. One of the biggest things I would like to mention, and one of the most amazing things about this campus is the cuisine. I think we can all agree on that. Secondly, to Mr. Parenti for being one of the best teachers I've come across, and I'll forever admire you. And to Ms. Valdez, thank you for always helping and offering to help me. I always appreciate it. Thank you to Mr. Stewart for being one of the most interesting people to listen to and teaching in a way I think we can all agree is phenomenal, and it won't be forgotten. To the study games, and even Devil's Advocate. You always have our attention and will always be remembered. To Mr. Prentice's broadcasting class, as you work on new projects all the time, it might be a lot of work, but it is always something to look forward to. As well as Ms. Lockmiller, thank you for always having something ready for me to eat in your classroom. As there are many other classes that were amazing, these were the ones that I look forward to the most at the end of the day. And the Friday night football games, which were recently brought back, are always fun to attend. To my amazing escort, Juliana, thank you for being my escort today, and hopefully Danny Duncan will respond back to you someday. And to my lunch table, Max, Chris, Mason, Brady, thanks for always having funny stories at the table. And my second lunch table, you know who you are. Thank you for always having something to talk about when I arrive. Also to my Mr. McCormick Lab Group, Alex, Jack, Laura, Anthony, and Chris, thanks for all the fun times we can have in that class. To Mr. McCormick, I'm still waiting to see your 4.34 you can run in your 900-pound back squat. To my sitcom class, Blake, Trevor, Macy, Cooper, Max, and Ryan, thanks for always making the class enjoyable. And to Mr. King, it's your first year at King's, and I hope you're enjoying it. I can surely tell you that I am enjoying your presence here, and so are many others. And finally, to Ms. Johnson, I can't exactly say I love English, but you as a person are pretty cool. All in all, none of this could have been possible without the help of TK staff and students. Your time here is short, enjoy it while it lasts. Well, that is it, and I also would appreciate your vote for Homecoming King.
I present to you again Mr. Christian Edward Crochetti. The 12th member of the Homecoming Court is Mr. Lucas Todd Devin. Lucas is the son of Todd and Lacey Devin of Lake Worth. He is 17 years of age and has attended the King's Academy for 4 years. Lucas is escorted this morning by Miss Mia Sally Overson. Mia is the daughter of Leticia Overson of West Palm Beach. Lucas has been on the varsity football team for 3 years. He also played lacrosse and competed on the varsity track and field team and cheer team for 2 years. Lucas has been a member of the National Honor Society for 2 years.
Hey Kings, most of you may know me as Sugar or the loud kid in the hallway. I'd like to thank the class of 2022 for voting me onto court. My favorite memory from Kings is probably the summer workouts with the team, FCA camp, weightlifting class, and learning shots with Miss Valdez. My advice to the underclassmen is to not care what others say or think and just do what you want. Take this as your sign to do something on campus. Join a sport, club, or take that class. And for the athletes, take weightlifting with Coach Evans. If you put in the work, you won't regret it, I promise. Now for the best part, the shout-outs. To my mother, who's probably crying in the stands, thank you for all your sacrifices over the last 17 years. I'm so thankful that you're my mother, and I'm happy you still love me. You're my biggest fan, and you're way more popular than me. Dad, I'm so blessed to have you in my life. You're an amazing role model and the best hunting partner I can ask for, and I hope to be a fraction of the man you are. Thanks for all the fun, and I can't wait for the rest. Sis, I love you. You always put up with my dumb antics, and have always been there no matter what. I literally have the best sister in the world, and I couldn't have asked for a better one. Mia, you've been the best friend I could have asked for. You're always there when I need you, and the funniest person I know, and I'm so happy you accepted being my escort. There's no one I'd rather call my friend than you. So, you've been an amazing friend, and I know you always have my back. Jack, if I ever need a ride on a half day, I'll be sure to call you. To the best FCA roommates ever, Steven, Nick, and John Vaughn. You three made FCA so much better, and I could not have asked to have been roomed with people more fun than you. Football team, you guys have been some of the coolest people I know, and it's been an honor being able to play alongside you guys for the last 3 years. Specifically the linemen. I love you boys, and it's been fun being with y'all. Thomas, it's been a real privilege being able to play and lift with you since your freshman year. You've gone from a small freshman to the tallest and strongest lineman on the team, and I couldn't be more proud of you. Keep up the great work. I know you're going far, and I'm excited to watch you play in college. Cheer team, you guys are amazing people, and I'm so glad I made the decision to join the team last year. I'd like to shout out my fellow seniors Allison, Mason, Gianna, and Bree, and my favorite flyer Naomi. To Cosmo, Shannon, David, Kirsten, Roman, Yasmin, Danny, Grace, Amanda, AJ, Emmy, John, Tony, Jackson, Zeb, Max, Lena, and Ryan. Thanks for being some of the best friends I could have asked for. Now I'd like to shout out some teachers and coaches. Miss Valdez, Miss Mesa, Miss Cangelosi, Miss Gay, and Mr. Rains. Thanks for being amazing teachers. Thank you to my football coaches, Coach Lee, Coach Dobson, Coach Dickens, Coach East, Coach James, and Coach Allen. To my cheer coaches, Coach Jen and Kyler. To track coaches, Coach Letty and Dobson. And most importantly, Coach Evans. Coach, you're the most influential man on campus. You show all your athletes how to be good, God-fearing men, and you're the type of person that only comes around once or twice in a lifetime. I'm so thankful for everything you do. I wouldn't have become the man I am today if it wasn't for you. You do so much work for us, and you're truly the best man on campus.
I present to you again Mr. Lucas Todd Devin. The 13th member of the homecoming court is Mr. John Macedo Fonseca. John is the son of Leonardo Cristiana Fonseca of Boca Raton. He is 17 years of age and has attended the King's Academy for 4 years. John is escorted this morning by Miss Allison Rose Whitaker. Allison is the daughter of Lucas and Rachel Whitaker of Lake Worth. John has played on the varsity football team for 2 years and the varsity soccer team for 3 years. He is the president of the Apologetics Club and has graced the TKA stage in both the Titanic and Miss Saigon.
Hey everybody, my name is John Fawn. A lot of you know me, and I would just like to start by thanking everyone in the senior class for electing me to homecoming court. A lot of you don't know, but this was one of my dreams. Kings has really been a blessing in my life in these last 4 years. Here I was able to find my identity and who I really am. 4 years ago, me and my family took on the challenge of moving to a whole new country, and it flipped my world upside down. And here, it was a safe space for me. I have met one of the best friends I could ever ask for, including my gorgeous girlfriend. Yes, I know you're there, Soph. Hi. Okay, now I'll tell you guys something that I have been dying to tell you for a while. The best advice that I can give to any of you underclassmen is to get comfortable with being uncomfortable. High school is not easy, and everybody's gonna struggle through it. But with time, you'll get used to it. Having some awesome friends by your side will help a lot. But to me, it was the teachers. Guys, the teachers at the school are amazing, and they will always be there for you. From hanging out with Miss Gay during finals, to my long talks with Mr. Stewart, and joking around with Queen Stack, and getting Ken Jealousy out of topic, these were one of my favorite times at high school. Try to find at least one person or teacher which you can get really close to and be able to open up to. Now to the special people in my life. Mom, Dad, Thomas, and Davi. You guys are the best people in my life by far. Mom and Dad, thank you for always doing your best and being there for us. Even though sometimes we fight and get into disagreements because I don't agree with something you guys tell me to do. I know it's because it's for the best and you love me. You guys are my world. Thomas and Davi, sorry for hitting you. It's for the best sometimes. I will do anything for you. Always remember that. So, these past 2 years have been the best I could have ever asked for. It is an amazing feeling to have someone there for you when you need it. You are always pushing me to be happy and the best version of myself, and I'm beyond grateful for that. Through the years with you, I have grown so much and turned into a much better person, and you are a catalyst for that change by far. Now, a shout out to all my lunch tables. The OG from freshman and sophomore year. I love all of you. Z, Max, Izzy, Alyssa, Sugar, and Lena. That was when I first started discovering who I wanted to be, and I'm grateful that you guys were there for me. Now, to the other 2 lunch tables. Maya, Allie, and Annabelle. Thank you for letting me sit with you guys, and thank you for tolerating me on my bad days. There were a lot of those in junior year. Izzy, Juliana, Ethan, and Maddie. Yay, I made it to the cool people table. To the football team, I love all of you guys. Now, this is one of the most important shoutouts. Natalia and AJ, thank you for driving me around, and thank you for the adventures we've been through. I finally got my permit, guys. Ryan D-Man Johnson, you are literally the best person of this school. And the reason for that, guys, is that Ryan always has food. Oh, hey, big guy. Miss Martin, you are the best of the best. I hope you look gorgeous as always. Anyways, guys, I think that this has gone a little bit overboard, but that is all I have to say. Remember, be comfortable with being uncomfortable. It's okay. Vote for me if you want, or don't, or do, but only if you want. Okay, that was bad. Can we redo this, please?
I present to you again Mr. John Macedo Fonseca. The 14th member of the homecoming court being presented this morning is Mr. Tony Luo. Tony's host parents are Jerry and Kim Barantes of West Palm Beach. He is 18 years of age and has attended the King's Academy for 5 years. Tony is escorted this morning by Ms. Isabella Vivian Willingham. Isabella is the daughter of Dr. Timothy Willingham and Dr. Monica Flores of Wellington. Tony has performed in the symphonic and jazz band for 4 years and is the drum major for the King's Regiment. He is a member of the National Honor Society and National Social Studies Honor Society. He is also in the Science National Honor Society and Math National Honor Society, where he serves as president in both. He is also a member of the National English Honor Society, where he serves as vice president. Tony is the peer tutoring coordinator for the high school peer tutoring program.
Hi everyone, my name's Tony. First of all, I want to thank the senior class for voting me onto the homecoming corps. It's a great honor and I love you all. This is my 5th year at TKA and it's my classmates and teachers who made the school so much fun. With you guys around, every day is a great memory. Special thanks to the girl standing next to me, Izzy, for always being beautiful and smart. You are the best escort I could ask for. The most important lesson I learned during high school is to enjoy every moment, no matter how disgusting it might feel at the moment. It is true that suffering and struggle are always with us. For seniors, it's probably SAT and college application. For freshmen, it's probably being the youngest in high school. For sophomores, Greek mythology. For juniors, the struggle is probably Mrs. Stack.
What did you say?
Just kidding. Mrs. Stack is awesome. If you do have her class, make sure to enjoy getting to know you, because that's the only opportunity to be inappropriate in her class. Anyway, if the struggles are stressing you out, try to look at the bright side. When I told my parents that I want to give up because everything is too difficult, they simply told me, hey, stay positive. I was like, how can I stay positive under all this pressure? The next day, I found my answer. My COVID test came back positive. But the good thing is, I finished writing the speech during my quarantine. So before I go, I want to show appreciation to some people. First of all, my family, both biological family and host family. Even though I hate how much the Fast and Furious movies repeat the word family again and again, I have to agree with Dom Toretto on this one. Family is indeed the most important thing in my life. My parents supporting me with all their love and wisdom. Life wouldn't be the same without you two. I know I didn't turn out so great, but it's not their fault because they tried their best. Second, shout out to the band program. Thank you, Mr. Lau, for making band so much fun. You're like a big brother to us 50 kids. Special thanks to Wesley and Nick. Thank you guys for being my best friends and driving me everywhere, even though I might be a pain in the butt. Last but not least, the international program. My international brothers and sisters, I know it's hard sometimes to study abroad without families and friends. It might feel lonely at first, but try to reach out and have fun. There are people interested in your life and perspective. Take advantage of that, and don't be scared of making mistakes. If you do make a mistake, talk to Mrs. Lee and Maddie. They're amazing. I'd like to end the speech with my favorite quote by Master Ugui. Yesterday is history. Tomorrow is mystery. Today is a gift, which is why we call it a present. I know you might be tired of watching all those videos, but think about it. You're going to more classes after this, so why not enjoy this moment? I hope you all have a great homecoming, and thank you for watching. Bye.
I present to you again Mr. Tony Luo. The 15th member of the homecoming court being presented this morning is Mr. Mason Christian Shipman. Mason is the son of Kristen Shipman of West Palm Beach. He is 18 years of age and has attended the King's Academy for 14 years. Mason is being escorted this morning by Miss Allison Brooke Van Reeth. Allison is the daughter of Joe and Katie Van Reeth of Lake Worth. Mason was on the varsity cross country team, football cheer squad, and varsity track team in pole vaulting for 1 year. He also played on the lacrosse team and competed on the competitive cheer team for 3 years. He played on the varsity bowling team for 3 years, serving as captain for 2 of those years. Mason has been a member of the Key Club for 2 years and is in the Digital Arts Club. He is currently on the Student Council and is the Student Life Prefect.
What's up, everyone? If you don't know me, my name is Mason Shipman, and I'll be sitting here trying to persuade you guys for the next 3 minutes why you should vote for me for homecoming. Just kidding. I've been in your position before for a few years now, and I know how you guys feel sitting here watching us, wasting your time. But hey, we got an upgrade this year, and I'm going to make this quick. I'm going to start off my speech by giving some advice to the underclassmen. Always sprint to your classes to ensure you'll never be late. Make sure you carry every single textbook in your bag to stay prepared, and always decorate your locker. Now, but in all seriousness, never use the two-way bathroom. It's like 50 degrees in there. And if you want to live in luxury, use the theater lobby bathroom. And my biggest piece of advice is to never procrastinate. Procrastinate means always putting off things that need to be done presently. But I wouldn't call it procrastination. It's more like proactively delaying the implementation of the energy-intensive phase of the assignment until the enthusiasm factor is at maximum effectiveness. Ms. Valdez helped me learn that. This can happen for various occasions. For example, writing the speech and getting it approved at the last minute. Thanks for the idea, Brady. Another big piece of advice is to take a class with Mr. Perenni or of any of the film teachers. Shout out to DeMoss and King. I want to give a shout out to all my 4 lifers, especially the one standing next to me. Allie, we have made so many memories together. I'm so glad I can bring you along for this one. Shout out to the district defending bowling team and our fearless leader, Blake Anthony Hernandez. Being in Nitro are going to carry the stage this year, Evan. And shout out to the cheer team, BPG, Breli, and my boy Lucas. And the biggest shout out to Kristen. Mom, I love you. And thank you, Dad, for always watching over us. And as a wise man once said, God bless and go Lions.
I present to you again Mr. Mason Christian Shipman. The 16th and final member of the homecoming court of 2021 being presented this morning is Mr. Joshua David Zakowski. Josh is the son of Jonathan and Lindsay Zakowski of Jupiter. He is 17 years of age and has attended the King's Academy for 6 years. Josh is escorted this morning by Miss Madison Stewart Andres. Madison is the daughter of Derek and Allison Andres of Atlantis. Josh has been a member of the varsity swim team for 4 years, serving as captain one of those years. He is a 3-time King's Academy Male Athlete of the Year. Josh has been a member of the National Honor Society, Math National Honor Society for 3 years, and the National Technical Honor Society and Science National Honor Society for 2 years. He has also been an active member of Key Club for 3 years.
Hi everybody, for those of you who may not know me, I'm Josh Zakowski, the kid who practically lives in the pool, has a raccoon tan, and probably smells like chlorine 24/7. All jokes aside, I'm so honored and thankful to be at the King's Academy in the first place, and second, be voted onto the homecoming court by my fellow seniors, even with going AWOL for a year. Yes, there was a reason why no one saw me last year, and that was because I was doing school on my bed in pajama pants. It was not as nice as it sounds. My time at King's has been a whirlwind, and the best thing that I can compare it to is a hurricane, and my 8th grade year was the eye of the storm. Many of you know my father, the swim coach, and what we went through as a family, and I know we would not be here in the position we are today without the support from everyone here at King's. After the eye of the storm passed, the rainbow that followed was beautiful, and that is what I would call my 9th to 12th grade years, and the accomplishments within them. I was asked today to say what I believe my greatest accomplishment was, and I couldn't really think of anything in particular, but I would have to say getting an A+ in Mrs. Martin's Algebra 2 class is at the top of that list. I would now like to thank those who helped me become the man I am today. I first want to thank God for the plans He has for me and the people He has brought into my life. To my family, Dad, Mom, Marin, and everyone else, I love you guys so much, and I know it can be a pain sometimes, but I'm truly grateful for the impact you had on me. To the swim team, thank you for being another family to turn to and loving me for who I am outside of my accomplishments. To my amazing girlfriend Rachel, I wish you could be here in person, but I know you are watching this live. Thank you for always being my rock. I love you. To my best friends outside of the pool, Fernando, Townsend, Ryan, and Ryan, thanks for making school enjoyable with all the laughs and jokes. I'm excited to see where we all are in 10 years. To my escort Maddie, thank you for being one of my first friends at TKA, and sorry I'm not a Gator, but go Card. Lastly, thank you to all the faculty and staff, especially Mr. Martin, for allowing me to live out my dreams and the supportive atmosphere that you created at King's. In my short life so far, I've measured success not by medals, trophies, or records, but by whether my 7th grade self would be impressed by the man on these screens. And because of the way everyone at King's has shaped me, I would say he would be in awe.
So thank you again to everyone, and in the words of Coach Hobbs, God bless and go Lions.
I present to you again Mr. Joshua David Zakowski. At this time, I would like to congratulate all of the members of the 2021-2022 Homecoming Court and their escorts. Let's give them a big round of applause. And though it's not on my script, let's give Mrs. Kohler a round of applause. She's in the back, but for homecoming. Remember, those of you in grades 9 through 12 will be voting during third period today for the young man and young lady we will honor as our 2021-2022 homecoming king and queen. I would like to thank each of our guests for attending this morning. Please feel free to stay after and take a few pictures, and of course, we invite you to be with us on Friday night for the homecoming game and the crowning of the king and queen. Thank you so much again for being here. You are dismissed.
you.